Hello everyone, this is Chris Assis, and this is the third video and our third exercise of the week. So today, following our live tango practice on Wednesday, we're going to be doing an exercise that we used in practice actually. I'm just going to add an extra component to it, and it is a progression between a static position, a stretch, to a more dynamic position and to a more dynamic movement, and then to a more flow type continuous motion. So in this way we will try to notice how our body reacts in supporting this. So I want you to take some time as you go through this exercise to understand or to pinpoint any habits that you might have. Also to pinpoint the choices that you that are already set up for you. It's highly likely that there is something there, and to see if there is any way that you can explore this movement in a different way. Notice also how your breathing changes between the different options, and how your posture, how generally how your whole body reacts to it. If we want to put it into a tango context, imagine when you are, for example, put in a forward ocho position. You don't finish the ocho, but you just hold the pose. You're on your front leg, back leg extended, the classic pose. So that's one static position. You're holding a position. That is different from continuous forward ochos, and that is again different from fast pace, fast changes of direction, or really big angled ochos, something like that. So different requirements. Some habits might already be there. See what you can do. So we're going to start with a stretch. And we did this in practice on Wednesday. It is slightly different because we play with shifting the weight and actually taking a step and stretching over in this lunge position. So it might be a little bit different. However, the same rules apply. Try not to keep everything square. On the contrary, try to create more triangles in your form, and try to build a transition from the feet being together into the lunge, into the stretch, and reversing back. So even though we are aiming for this static position, there is continuous movement, and there's always a preparation for what is next. Also, try to notice how your feet, or how you are reaching to the ground through your feet, yielding and managing those transitions from static to action. Then you take an elastic band, and it's actually the same exercise, almost the same, but now the change is more continuous. It has a rhythm to it. I want you to notice that the elastic band that you have here is already in tension. So you don't relax the band and then pull, but you are keeping it continuously in tension. And in this first part, we're going same twist towards the leg you're stepping forward with. Right leg, right twist, left leg, left twist. We are though going to change that and go twisting towards the other side. So try to see how that changes the perception of this movement, even though the movement for the upper body is exactly the same. Also, try to notice if that changes the flow and the triangles you are creating. Same thing taking a back step. So we're going forward. Now we're taking a back step, similar to forward ochos versus back ochos. But again, we're doing the same action in the upper body. However, the lower body changes changes slightly. And we went opposite leg, opposite twist, and now same leg, same twist. And notice how I think, especially in this case, the step is different, the hip orientation is different. There are many things that are quite different. So try to notice all these differences and see how they actually fit into this exercise. Because the starting point for this exercise, notice how it is basically the last iteration of the exercise we did with a band. So our hips and shoulders are aligned, and then we twist our way over the front leg. So that is something that we need to consider. How are all these twists are coming together in our steps or and our ochos. Also notice here, of course, how the dynamic of this movement, the power that you need to give, changes your perception, your posture, your breathing, compared to where we started from.